Invincible Season 2 will dive into the multiverse, says Robert Kirkman, coming up with Geekly Media. So the cinema is firmly entrenched in the middle of the multiverse phase, from massive blockbusters like Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse to smaller critically acclaimed films like Everything Everywhere All at Once. And the topic of different universes where alternate events play out and various iterations of certain characters can all collide is a favourite for filmmakers right now. The superheroes have especially run with the idea with the films like Spider-Man No Way Home and The Flash, and also we've heard that with Deadpool 3 coming out, using the multiverse as a way to unite past on-screen iterations of characters and harness nostalgic for better or for worse. The next to embrace the multiverse will be Robert Kirkman's Invincible 2, but the character has a different approach than his peers. Let's find out why. Well, speaking to Collider, Kirkman explained that the Invincible's depiction of the multiverse will be more traditional than its peers. His goal isn't to capitalise on the popularity of the multiverse stories or to take inspiration from their success with regard to the Spider-Man No Way Home and The Flash. However, he did admit that there is an appeal with such stories to him as a fan if it's done well. So what does Kirkman have to say about Invincible 2? Well, with Collider, he says that it's funny because I don't think I knew about Far From Home or Spider-Verse or maybe Into the Spider-Verse when we was deciding to do Invincible Season 2. I didn't know that there was a Flash movie. It's literally everywhere now, and I don't know what it is about. I think it's a great tool to use to bring to different incarnations of things in which I think is kind of becoming. I'm going to say the easy button. It's like, let's make it cool. Bring the guy from that other film and bring him into this new movie. He also says that it sounds like an extensive approach, but Kirkman's plan to make it all digestible. He compares the 1998 romantic comedy Sliding Doors about a woman whose life plays out in two different ways and two different timelines, spurred by whether she reached her train on time or not, changing what information she and in turn the audience learns about her life in each setting, Kirkman explained. And he also goes on to say, but I will say that we're using Armstrong Levy's multiverse capabilities in a much different way. It's not just about pulling different things that you may love into a story through the multiverse. It's a very character-driven story. There's a lot of drama to seeing behind the sliding doors, aspects of other dimensions, and finding out like how things went in a different way when different decisions were made. We're kind of drilling it down to its simplest form, and it's not this massive. So that was Kirkman's words. It also goes on to say that the season 2 of Invincible will see Mark attempting to rebuild his life and wrestling with the Viltrumite heritage of his father Omni-Man, after learning his goal is to basically destroy all the Earth's heroes, and he has the total disregard for the human lives. And he says that Mark is fearful of inadvertently becoming him, and some of the planet's defenders are wary as well. So what does this mean for Invincible 2? Well, I don't think it's going to go down the route of it being nostalgic, because for it to be nostalgic, we have to have seen past characters being played in the movies. They might do a little bit of nostalgic feeling from the comics, but not many people have read the Invincible comics to how many people are actually watching the cartoon. So he's not going to be able to really get that nostalgic feeling from the fans that watch it unless they're the hardcore comic readers. But it does bring into question that this possibly will be a different take on the multiverse, comparing it to likes of Spider-Man and also the Multiverse of Madness. You know, these are movies that it builds a nostalgic feeling from, because we've already seen movies before that and they're bringing in old characters into the Spider-Man universe. Same as with the Deadpool in somewhat way. We think that in Deadpool 3, they're going to bring back a few characters, Daredevil, Elektra, which will bring back the nostalgic feeling for those that have been watching the movies for the past 20 years. And they are great, those movies. He's even bringing in the X-Men as well. So I don't think personally that it is going to be like that. I think that, like he said, it was like about the story of the woman that didn't catch the train, or was it bus? and how things would have been different if she wouldn't have caught the train, to how things were different when she did catch it. And so maybe it might be a sort of multiverse, but played around the butterfly effect. That's what I possibly think he's talking about when he says that we're delving into the multiverse. This is great news for us Invincible fans. I thought season one was absolutely fantastic. I loved it. I've rewatched it and I've rewatched it again. I can just put that on and just enjoy it when I'm chilling. So, it really smashed it out of the park with season one. Season two, I'm hoping to see a different kind of multiverse. I'm hoping to see, maybe the Viltrumites come to Earth. I'm hoping to see possibly Mark be different as well, and have a different approach in another multiverse. I'm excited for it. I really am excited for it. But as he goes on to say that, yes, he didn't know that these movies was coming out when they had the idea for Invincible season 2 with a multiverse. But it is kind of it is crazy how it's kind of the phase at the moment for all the comics and stuff and everywhere all at once. That was a big multiverse movie that did really well. I did watch that, but to me, that it was an okay movie, but it was a little bit too wacky as well at the same time, and too many different things were going on for me to truly appreciate it. Like something like The Flash or No Way Home. The Flash again, delving into the nostalgic feeling of Christopher Reeve's Superman. We had different iterations of The Flash, and we also had the Nicolas Cage appearance, which we know that he was going to play Superman, I think in 1999. So, will it be different than these movies? I hope so. And I hope that there is no nostalgic feeling to it, but a different take on the multiverse altogether. I think that he's going to do a good job of this. I've got every faith in Kirkman from season one, and I can't wait for this. What do you think, guys? Are you happy about this multiverse madness? Not to take it away from Doctor Strange. Or are you just sick of it now? Are you just wanting some original stories? Are you done with the multiverse and to phase it out? Or are you saying, bring it on? I want to see different iterations of all the characters. I say the second one, bring it on. I want to see all different versions of all the characters. I think after the Deadpool 3 movie, I'll be done on the multiverse kind of stuff. And I'll just say, look, move on now to the next phase of what the Marvel movies and the DC movies and all the other comic book movies are going to bring in. But for now, I'll take it. What do you think, guys? Are you happy about this news? Are you glad that we've got this multiverse coming in Invincible 2? I'd love it if you could leave a comment below. I'd love it even more if you could subscribe and hit that notification bell. Show me some love. God knows right now I need it on YouTube. So if you found this informative and you enjoyed it, like I say, hit that subscribe button. And I guess I'll see you soon with Geekly Media.